Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all having a fabulous day. Today, I'm taking you along with me to an appointment with my pulmonary hypertension specialist. When I was first diagnosed, I had no idea what to expect, so I thought it would be helpful to take you all along so you can see what these appointments look like. Normally, I would mention how blessed I am to live within an hour of my specialty care team. I know that there are a lot of PHers who have to drive for hours to be seen by their care team. However, today it has taken me 40 minutes to drive 10 miles. Luckily, I checked Google Maps before I left, so I left early, but good Lord. Traffic in Seattle is terrible. Terrible. So I guess I should really say it's a blessing that I don't have to drive this way all the time. So today's appointment is a routine check-in with my PAH specialist. We're here at the University of Washington and we're going to have an echocardiogram. We're going to do a 6-minute walk test, have an appointment with the doctor, and maybe get our blood taken. I have these appointments every 6 months to a year, depending on how often the doctor wants to see me. When I first started with this new doctor, he wanted to see me every 6 months, but I was used to coming every year, and so we compromised at 9 months. These appointments are super important for keeping track of how my pulmonary hypertension is progressing, if any changes need to be made in the treatment, and just overall making sure that I'm healthy and on top of things. A lot of times I come to these appointments very anxious and I'm worried that maybe I'm not doing well. What are they going to find out? Am I healthy enough? But today I don't feel that way, so that's a really nice feeling. I feel like I am pretty healthy and I'm doing really well. First, it's time for the echocardiogram, which is an important part of managing pulmonary hypertension. If you're living with PAH or any heart-related condition, you probably know that this test helps doctors get a clear picture of how your heart is functioning. For those living with PAH, heart issues can develop over time as the right side of the heart has to work harder to pump blood through the lungs. So this test helps the doctors monitor any changes and adjust treatment if necessary. Catching problems early is key to managing PAH effectively. So the echocardiogram is a non-invasive test that uses sound waves to create images of the heart. It's basically an ultrasound of the heart and helps the doctor assess things like the heart size, the strength of its pumping, and how well the valves are working. They also use the echo to get an estimate of pulmonary pressure. It's quick, painless, and gives a lot of insight into PAH progression. The first few years, when I would get an echo, it would take a really long time. Normally, an echo takes about 30 to 45 minutes, but I would be back there 60 to 90 minutes. That's because they were having a difficult time estimating my pressures. Pro tip: wear comfy clothes and ask for 2 warm blankets. I've actually fallen asleep while getting echoes done. Now it's time for the 6-minute walk. Typically, a respiratory therapist comes in before the doctor and takes me out to the hallway to do the test. This is done at every appointment. So the 6-minute walk test is exactly what it sounds like. I'll walk for 6 minutes, and then the healthcare team will track my oxygen levels, heart rate, and any symptoms I experience during the test. It's a simple but effective way to track how the body is handling physical activity. For those of us living with PAH, this test is super important. It gives the doctor insight into how my body is responding to exercise. It can show if my oxygen levels drop, if I'm getting short of breath, or if I'm tiring more easily than usual. Regular testing like this helps catch any changes early, which is crucial for adjusting treatment if necessary. It's a walk test, so you are supposed to walk, but when I was younger, I used to try to almost run. This time, the respiratory therapist actually told me I needed to pick up the pace to get my heart rate up higher. One thing I do for every appointment is bring either my mom or my husband along. I'm not at the point where I need the physical help, but it's the mental and emotional support that makes all the difference. They're there to help keep track of the details, ask any questions I might forget to bring up, and provide the emotional support that I need. It's a reminder that I'm not in this alone, and having someone with me always makes the experience a little easier. I also think it's helpful for our caregivers to hear things directly from the healthcare team, rather than getting secondhand information after the appointment. It gives them a better understanding of where we are and what the next steps might be. Living with PH can sometimes feel overwhelming, but I'm so grateful to have my family by my side, helping me navigate these appointments and supporting me every step of the way. It's not just about the physical tests, it's about having that strong support system that truly makes all the difference in how I feel after these visits. Then it was finally time to meet with the doctor. The last appointment, I had been switched back to some medications I had been on previously. The time before that, we had switched me to some newer medications that were considered to be more aggressive in fighting the disease, but actually weren't working as well for me. So now it's been about a year that I've been back on the old medication and I'm doing really well. The doctor says that I'm stable, and it's always nice to hear because sometimes, in my opinion, you think you're doing well, but it just feels better to hear it from the tests and the doctor. I hope that this video gave you a little bit more insight into what it's like to manage pulmonary hypertension, what you can expect from this sort of appointment, and maybe it's helpful if you're going through something similar. If you have any questions or you want me to cover anything PH related, please drop a comment below, like and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next time. Stay fabulous.